Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is TFN Designs. I've gotten a lot of comments asking how I made the ruffle sleeve, the one that I posted on my channel. And I'm just going to do a very quick tutorial. I don't have a lot of time today, so I'll keep it very short. The fabric that you need to make this design is called the organza fabric. That's what I used in the video. And this is what an organza fabric looks like. This is a different color, same fabric. So today's illustration, I'm going to be showing you on a paper. Very easy, very straightforward. And once you follow the steps, you should be able to achieve the same design. All right, so here is our mannequin that we'll be using today. And the measurement that you need in order to make that ruffle sleeve is round the shoulder. So just imagine that there are arms on both sides. The client has their arms down and you go over, right, like this, get the number. So for this mannequin, it's 17 inches. 17 inches right here. So now you're going to do 17 inches and add about 3 inches just for your folding and for zipper allowance. All right, so I have two papers here for my illustration. And again, if you follow this step by step, you will be able to achieve the design that I posted. So the first paper here is what we're going to use for the base of the ruffle. And the second paper would be the ruffle design. So I'm going to set this aside. So the first fabric you're taking is the base. You're going to measure from here all the way using the 17 inches. So the 17 inches of the round shoulder plus 3. So you measure again from here to here plus 3 would give you round shoulder. Now the length of this fabric, we have 10 inches. So right here we have 10 inches, 10 inches. And again, remember, this is the base of your ruffle sleeve. Now we're going to fold this in half. So now this is the fabric folded. It's always good to always iron every step of the way to keep your sewing clean and neat. So right here on the folded end, this will be giving you 5 inches because the full length itself is 10 inches. So folded is 5. Now you go on your sewing machine and sew the bottom part to make sure that the top and the bottom are closed. So once you go ahead and you sew that, then you turn your fabric from the side, this side or that side, you turn it inside out. So the base of the ruffle sleeve is now complete after you've closed both the open side. So the open side is closed as well as the folded side. So now only the sides are open after you've turned it inside out. So we'll set this aside. Now this is the ruffle. This is what is going to create the ruffle effect on your base. So this would be going on the base right here. This goes on the base. Now this is the fabric that we're going to use to form our ruffles. So note that when you look at how the ruffle looks, which I'm going to attach now, you see that it comes in, so it's like bubbles, 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 meaning that we would need more than the length of, the base. So for an example, you might need to triple the base. So you can do whatever your base is times 3 or times 4, just to make sure you have enough room. It's always better to have too much room that you can cut it at the end is better than having too little. So what I would recommend is maybe times this times 4, the length of this, and use that for your ruffle. So here we have the ruffle sleeve on fold. So again, remember the length of the ruffle should be times 4 at the very least of the length of your base to make sure you give enough room to create the ruffle effect. So, and the length here should be about double. So this one we have 5. You can make this one about 10 in length. So length can be about 10. So right here we have about 10 inches for this. Okay, and the reason why this is double this, because this one is 5 inches. The reason it is double is because we need room in order to gather the fabric. And I'll show you a video. I'll post a video right here. So after you have stitched this side, you stitch the open end. So similar to the base of the fabric or the base of the ruffle, you stitch from here on your sewing machine. So this is the wrong side. You stitch it all the way and you turn the fabric inside out. Okay, so now you have an opening here and you also have an opening here. This is where you begin gathering the fabric. So I made some lines, just hand sketched. But this line distance, you can make it about, I would say maybe about maybe about 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches is what I'd recommend, just to give enough gap. And the reason for this gap is every gap is where the ruffle is created. Note that this is a paper. If it's an actual fabric, it will be much longer. It will stretch all across. It will be a very long string. So you stitch, it's a work of patience. So you want to make sure that you patiently go through this. Then you pull the thread and you gather. So it's now to be gathered. It would be something like this when you're done. This is the base that we worked on before, and right here I've created a line. It's roughly about 1 inch each of the line. You want to make sure that the line on the base is much smaller. The distance is much smaller than the distance here, right here, you see. And the reason is because you want it to create the bubble effect. So when you stitch here, for example, you then have to, you make sure that you stitch from the top, right here. You stitch from the top, you make sure you sew it all the way down. Now to create the bubble effect, you now go and you turn this to meet the next line. So you bring the next line right here. It meets this line. Now the bubble again, you move and you create this line. So you see the bubble I'm forming, that's how your ruffle sleeve is created right here. So you just keep going, you keep going. Remember again that this is it will be a very long line. So this is the ruffles that is creating for you already. And so you just go and stitch down each of the ruffle, you stitch it down, you fold the next part again, you stitch it down. So it's very important that you make lines. You want to make lines before you put your thread, and so the thread will guide you for each ruffle. You make it, and that's how you form the bubble. I hope with this video you have a better understanding. Put in the comment section if you'd like me to create one with an actual organza fabric. It will just take me a little more time, but let me know if you'd like me to do a detailed video showing you how it's done with the actual fabric. If you have any questions about this, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you were able to learn something today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Please like, share, subscribe, and catch you next time on the next video. Take good care. God bless you and have a blessed day.